So this is a question on parajumbos, and what does this question says is that the invention of microscope has likewise demonstrated the existence of objects too small to be seen, but when they are magnified, they too pop into the view. Okay, so basically the sentence one talks about that you cannot see these no the invention of microscope had likewise demonstrated the existence of objects too small to be seen. Okay, कि माइक्रोस्कोप के इन्वेंशन से हमें पता चला कि these kind of tiny or a very small objects, okay, that exist basically. Okay, so that's the case. Now Herschel had revealed a more fundamental limitation of human perception. So maybe this talks about in Herschel, and mostly he's an astronomer. Okay, so it talks about this that he discovered a limitation, okay, that was even deeper. Okay, and let's see what is that fundamental limitation of human perception. His okay, so एक क्लू तो मिल गया कि टू पहले आएगा और फिर थ्री आएगा. So his thermometrical spectrum indicated that some portion of reality is invisible to us, not because it is lacking in quantity or size, but because of its essential quality. Okay, so Herschel find out maybe that he thermometrical spectrum, okay, which is basically you can call it as a thermometrical spectrum is the radiation, infrared radiation maybe. Okay, so which we cannot see no matter how much we kind of magnify it, okay, or we kind of brighten it. Okay, so that's the case. So if he says that it's not a problem of is size or something, okay, size or intensity, okay, it's because our eyes simply cannot detect that kind of the essential quality, which is basically the light here, right? Now the invention of the telescope had proven that there are objects too faint to be visible to the untrained human eye, but when their light is concentrated, they pop with the view. Okay, now we can think so that we can get it. Okay, so this talks about that the invention of telescope. Okay, so it says that ki with telescope ka invention में where proven that there are objects too faint to be visible. Okay, but when their light is concentrated, they pop into the views, right? So दिखने लग जाता है. For example, the stars in a planet. Okay, the one thing, the one pair in a block that we get is the 2 and a 3. Okay, now the option again we can see that both 4 and 1, the invention of telescope and the invention of microscope. Okay, so they again become a pair in a block. Okay, now had likewise demonstrated है, so इससे एक चीज तो क्लियर हो गई that पहले सेंटेंस 4 आएगा और उसके बाद में सेंटेंस 1 आएगा बिकॉज वो लाइकवाइज है. सो इट्स द इन्वेंशन ऑफ द टेलीस्कोप हैड प्रूवन दिस एंड द invention of microscope had likewise demonstrated the existence of objects too small to be seen, but when they are magnified, they too pop into the view. Okay, now Herschel, after that we can say that the sequence will be Herschel had revealed a more fundamental limitation of human perception कि इनके अलावा भी चलो ये सब चीजें तो है ही है. Okay, but इसके अलावा भी there is a more fundamental limitations to human perception. Okay, and what is this the fundamental, this is that. So, madam, I mean, with the 4 in a 1 is kind of setting the background, okay? And that's the case. And it's a more general, it establishes the background that our eyes miss things that are either too faint, okay? So that is a telescope, and something that is too small, that is a microscope, okay? But both the problems can be actually fixed with the tools, okay? Now, after setting the background, the paragraph introduces Herschel, okay, who went a step further, and he says that it is not just about, see, no, it is that some portion of reality is invisible to us, not because it is lacking in quantity or intensity, but because of its essential quality. मतलब ये टेलीस्कोप माइक्रोस्कोप वाले का फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Okay, his discovery wasn't just about things being too small or too faint. Okay, it is a more broader issue and a deeper issue. Okay, and what is that particular issue is that his thermometrical spectrum. So that is the reason that the 4 and 1 2 3 is the sequence. I hope you got this particular question. Could have been done this question. Okay.